Hi everyone, Rashid here. IELTS listening test is the easiest one and you want to score the maximum out of it, but you're still losing marks and you're frustrated because you have excellent English language skills, but you're not able to understand why you are losing marks. I'm going to give you some excellent tips today that can help you improve your score. Let's dive in. If you simply try to match what you hear and put that as an answer without understanding the talk, you will always get the wrong answer. It's because there will always be two or more possible answers, but only one of them is relevant to the question. Others are not relevant. They are just distractors to throw you off. Look at this example. The guitar is good for playing dash music. So your question is the kind or type or name of the music that the guitar was good at playing. The speaker says that the guitar produced a brash tone. You might quickly jump at it without thinking that it's not what the question is asking. It's not relevant simply. The correct answer is blues. That's what the music name is. Let's look at another example. Read the question and find what exactly the question is asking. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, did you see what's the task? If your eyes are focusing after 2 years, you are on the right target. You guessed it right exactly. These are the key words, what the members have to do after a period of 2 years. Now read the audio script. Do you think that C is the answer? The speaker clearly says, bring a passport or identity card, but it's for issuing a card, not related to what a member has to do after 2 years. So is B the answer? That's not relevant too, although the cost of membership, etc. Has been mentioned in the audio. This is not the answer because it's not what a person has to do after 2 years. Look at your question. The question is related to after 2 years. The answer is A. That's what the speaker says what a member has to do after 2 years. Bring some document to prove where they live now. Did you see how distractors can lead to the wrong answers? If you want to get these answers correct, you have to read the information very carefully, the question very carefully, the exact keywords. Otherwise, you'll be losing marks because you are getting the answers not from the right place, not from the right words, but from the distractors. So be careful about that. It is better to make a habit of quickly underlining, highlighting the keywords, those words which keep you on the track to find the right answers. These words will give you the idea of the kind of information that you need to listen to grab the right answer. Another thing is never lose concentration. A very common mistake that candidates do in the IELTS listening test is to skip the audio. Since the speaker is saying a lot of things about the topic, you are likely to get distracted and lose concentration in between. Do not skip this type of information that you may think this answer doesn't belong here, but that's the contextual information. Whenever you are done with one answer, quickly move to the audio and understand the context. The contextual information, it allows you to understand how far the question is, and it also allows you to understand how the information is linked with each other. So do not skip it. Be very careful about word instructions. Always keep the word instructions in your mind. Usually the word instruction is one word, but it can also be 2 words or 3 words. Just underline whatever instruction is written at the top of the question, or you may like to encircle it so that it gets highlighted well on the question paper. Another useful tip is avoiding background knowledge while answering. The information that you hear in the audio might be totally different from what you already know. You have to answer the question in line with what you hear in the audio, not what you already know. The words in the audio and the question will always be different except the answer that you have to write. Another silly mistake is thinking about the answer that you have missed. There's no way you can go back and find the answer again because the audios are not played twice. You only listen to the audios once. So if you have missed the question, quickly move to the next question because you might miss the other questions or the remaining questions if you are just sitting on the previous question. And the mistake is when students write down the information as answer, which is already given. The question, it has some more words. There may be some other information which is not exactly the question, but that's part of the question. It is written before or after your question. For example, fill in the blank. Sometimes there is a lot of information written on the question booklet. And when you don't read that, probably you write down the same information in your answer. But the answer is not there because it's already given. It's not your question. So read question very carefully, every part of it. Look at this example. You have to write down the characteristics of the place that is to be visited. Historical interest is already written. It can be your answer. If you haven't noticed it written there, you might write it as an answer. It is so surprising that much of your score in listening depends on your reading skills. If you simply don't understand the question, or you can't quickly understand the question because the answers are coming back to back and you have to read the questions very quickly. If your reading is not good, you might not be able to move to the next question quickly because you're busy in reading the questions and the audio has gone. So you have to improve your reading skills as well if you want to improve your listening. Underlining the right keywords is another similar skill. When you move from one question to another during listening, you are walking on quite a tight rope. There is a tussle of time and reading the next question. Reading the whole statement again in that crucial time might lead to skipping part of the audio that's important for answering the questions. The key words will shorten the time of understanding the question. Always underline the right keyword. Finally, there is no shortcut to practice. Theoretically, you understand everything, but if you don't put that to practice, I'm afraid you're not going to improve. So your responses on the exam day must be automatic so that you are quickly moving from one question to another, doing all the things that you have to do to get the right answers. Best of luck. This is Rashid, and I'll see you again.